Hey, how you doing? I'm Adam Post. This is Secrets of the COMICSGATE Network, my YouTube series about COMICSGATE and explaining why we platform comic book creators. First, again, I'm Adam Post. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Click the bell for notifications so you don't miss any of this great stuff. So, COMICSGATE, what the heck is it? And what the heck are we doing with platforming people? Well, I'm going to tell you. COMICSGATE is a network of independent comic book creators who work on their own projects. They bring them out. Right now, our focus is selling them on Indiegogo as crowdfunded books, where fans get to find out about the books. They pledge to buy them in advance. They pay for them in advance, and then we get the books finished, print them, and ship them. This is a revolution in comics. It's a revolution in how comics are made and sold. There are a lot of independent publishers. They usually sell to comic book stores. COMICSGATE creators, though, sell just through Indiegogo. That's our focus. Now, there are other individual publishers and individual creators that do crowdfunding. They work on other platforms like Kickstarter, and some of them also, like us, utilize the Indiegogo platform. But nobody works together like the COMICSGATE creators do. Nobody promotes each other the way the COMICSGATE creators do. Nobody feels like they just won the lottery when their friend or their fellow publisher, Clint Stoker with Downcast 2, breaks a record with his new book, doing more business than his previous book, or no one else is super excited the way that we are when we see Starblade's, Kyle Ritter's first comic book, doing better than $100,000, or Monster MD, the first comic published by Von Klaus, his passion project, doing $70,000 on his first comic book. And we're happy for each other. We're all succeeding together and we're working together. So the question is, why do we do this? Why are we working with each other like this? Why are we trying to promote and support other creators on every level? And the answer is because we're creating a new future for comic books and for entertainment properties. We have no choice but to do it. We're passionate about our stories. We're passionate about our culture. We're passionate about our past, and we're passionate about the future. We know that the mainstream comic book companies are really not interested in these passionate individual stories. Sure, they'll sometimes do some creator-owned comics, but their main focus is pushing the latest progressive social agenda, SJW junk. Our focus is platforming our ideas, our personal projects, the projects of other people that really want to put everything they have into trying to make a great, successful comic. And every time one of us starts talking to each other and saying, hey, like I'm putting out the sequel to College of the Dead 2, I have people asking me, where's that book? When are you going to announce it? We want to help you promote it. We want to make sure you're successful. What's your goal going to be? They want to make sure that, they're thinking about the numbers along with me, trying to make sure that my sequel is successful. And we're all doing the same for each other. My friend Vinny Tartamella just launched Through the Woods the other day, which is this color graphic novel. It was originally a soft cover, but he hit his stretch goal. Now he's past $10,000. He made it a hardcover. And actually now it's so successful, he's making it an oversized hardcover. Monster MD is almost done. It's more than 100 pages. It's full color. It's going to be one of the best COMICSGATE projects we've ever put out before. And I know that Von Klaus, who created Monster MD, has a lot more good projects coming. Cyberfrog, the biggest crowdfunded comic of all time, doing more than $1 million in direct sales to customers through Indiegogo. Definitely a record, and definitely a record for Indiegogo. Wrecked Planet, the sequel, is coming out in this month, February 2020. It's going to be number 2. It's going to be a huge, huge project. We're planning a convention for May 2021 for COMICSGATE creators, so people will be able to meet us, and we'll have more information about that as time goes on. But we platform each other because we want to be part of the future. You can't have a future in comic books without people in that future. I need Carl Oro from Death Sworn to be able to get better and better and sell more and more books I need him to make money. I need him to be there in the future, putting out Death Sworn 2, putting out Death Sworn 3, getting people excited about what he's doing. And also, it's just such a thrill to see people doing their best work they've ever done, bringing up their level, learning new things about publishing too, and about business. Each of us share our expertise with each other. Von Klaus has helped countless people with writing. He has a screenwriting background. He gives great advice on it. He's helped me on some ad copy stuff and cool graphics for College of the Dead. Kyle Ritter is helping people with color, giving them feedback on coloring because he's a master of coloring. The guy who's doing Star Blades, who also did the coloring for Cyberfrog. But there would be no Kyle Ritter helping everybody if Ethan Van Sciver didn't take his time to help teach and mentor a passionate younger Kyle Ritter with his coloring skills so he could bring them up to speed to be able to work with Ethan and then to be able to work on his own and continue to work helping each other. We have Art T. Bear, who's a tremendous creator, a professional who's been working at Marvel and DC for years and worked at Image and had his own studio. And he's got Chrono Mechanics, which looks like a really cool title. I believe it's still in demand. Back Chrono Mechanics, back all these books. And then you have Mandy Summers, who has always loved comics. There's her Wart the Wizard title, and she's getting just over 11,000, but she's collaborating with other creators now to launch a couple of other titles. Pirate Queen is one of them. I can't remember all of them, but it's just amazing. We all want each other to succeed. We're all legit, heavily invested in each other's success, and really, that's our focus. Tell me in the comments below, do you notice that there's something special going on with the COMICSGATE network, with the people who say, like, hashtag I'm COMICSGATE? We're on each other's YouTube shows. We're constantly retweeting each other's tweets. You see us interacting with and supporting each other. Have you ever seen anything like this before? The closest thing I can think to it is just a close-knit, tight family with a couple of just nuclear family and then extended family, like the aunts and the uncles and the cousins that come over, and everybody's just pulling together and trying to help each other succeed. So look, it's a great thing. We platform comic book creators because we want comic books to be fantastic and passionate and interesting and not tied up with progressive social agendas or any garbage like that. We're not interested in making corporate comics. We're interested in making passionate creators comics and helping other people make passionate creators comics. And we also want you to tell other people about COMICSGATE. What do I mean by that? Share COMICSGATE projects on your social media. Mention them on YouTube shows. Let people know that there is this net. We don't have it's not Image Comics over here. We don't have a logo that we all use that say that we're COMICSGATE. You'll see the hashtag on Twitter. That's how you'll know that we're associated with each other. And there are going to be other websites and things that we're going to do in the future to do even more collaborative promotion beyond YouTube because we all want to share our success with each other. And you can let other fans know, and you can let other creators know. People reach out to me on Twitter. My Twitter is @ComicsWeLove. People ask me questions about comics, about COMICSGATE, about prices. I spend as much time as I can on it. I also do some other videos talking about business strategy related to comic book publishing, and I'm thrilled to do that. I'm happy to do that to get guys information on and gals information on how to go about making your own comics and to be successful at it, and also how to be associated with COMICSGATE. And I'll tell you, there are a good 30 or 40 YouTube channels that just promote COMICSGATE comics and each other's projects. And some people, don't even publish comics, and they have YouTube channels and they love talking about comics. And it's a big world. It's just getting bigger. It's just getting started. We did $5 million in COMICSGATE comic sales direct to consumer through Indiegogo in the last 2 years, and our goal for 2020 is to do at least $10 million. We're going to do everything we can to hit that goal because we just want this to keep growing and being more successful. If anybody has any questions or any comments, definitely put them in the comments below. You can reach out to me on Twitter. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, click the bell for notifications, and the comic books that you used to love, They are as good or better than they've ever been before. They're coming out. They're coming out through COMICSGATE. I will see you soon. If I don't see you, I will miss you.